How is everyone doing today? Well, I'm coming to you from my kitchen. I was going to do this in my living room, but right now I've got probably like 1,000 plants in my living room, tomatoes, cabbages, lettuces, all ready to sell for my plant sale and get into the garden. And there was no room there, so today it's coming from the kitchen here. I generally don't plant in the kitchen because I don't want dirt everywhere, but hey, that's the way it goes. So today what we're going to do, we're going to plant potato seeds. This is a first for me. I picked these up from West Coast Seeds. This is called Clancy. I think they're a smaller potato. See if we can get a zoom in on that. Might be a bit bright from the lights. But they came as pelleted seeds. And now when I usually grow my potatoes, and probably most people too, you've got your regular potatoes that will chit and grow little roots here. That when you plant, they will grow more potatoes off the little stems here. So this is how I normally do it, and I'm going to do this year as well with these as well. But I just want to show you the difference between what I normally would do and the new way I'm trying it. So previous years when I've grown potatoes, once they've grown up, they get these little berries on them. You don't see them very often. It's kind of rare, I think. But when they grow these little berries, there's a whole bunch of seeds in them. And I guess these are probably the seeds that would be in them. I've never actually torn the seeds apart. I've just tossed them back in the dirt and hopefully they replant next year. So what we'll do, I'll open this up, and they're pelleted seeds, so I would assume that they're super small seeds if they're not pelleted. We'll see if we can get a close up here. I tried to put it in, I'm not sure if we can see this. I might have to pull my camera up to show you the close up here, so just give me a quick second. Right, so here's the pelleted seed. I just put my finger here for comparison of size, but they're pretty small. So we'll be planting them on top of the soil. And here's the other ones here for a better close up here. And here's the potatoes we'll be planting. So we'll plant them just on top of the soil, on this moist soil. So I'll try to grab them out of here. What I'm doing too, I'm using a deeper tray. Usually I use my little 72 cell or 128 cells that are shorter, but because potatoes grow longer roots, I figure I'd try planting them in these deeper ones here, see what happens. It's really hard to see where I planted them. So I'm just going to dump these on the counter here quickly. They might be a little easier to grab. And usually the pelleted seed is just cornstarch covering, so it makes it easier for you to pick them up. Okay, there's quite a bit of them. I think there's 20 seeds in this packet. Okay, I'll get this finished up and we'll come right back. Okay, I've got them in. It says not to bury them, so I'm just going to lightly put a little bit of soil on top, just so it stays moist. Because with pelleted seed, you want it to stay a little bit moist, so it gets the coating to dissolve. Just put it down just a little bit. It says it takes 6 to 8 weeks to germinate. I think that's what it said. Let's take a read here. I'll just let you guys read it as well here. It says transplants ready in 46 weeks. So it'll probably take a week or two for them to germinate. So I've got them in there. This one doesn't have anything in them, so I'm going to plant some giant pumpkins in that one I think instead. So we'll get some water, we'll just make it nice and moist. And it says it needs to be under bright lights, so I've got my grow lights, so we'll pop these under the grow lights as well, so that they have the nice strong light. And then we'll show you in a week or so once they germinate how they're progressing along. Okay, here's the potato update from the seed. I just buried it a little bit. They're coming along very slowly. Not exactly what I was expecting. And some of them died off. Actually, this one's doing okay here. I've been watering them almost every day, or trying to. But some of them here are super small, getting eaten by the bugs a bit. Same with this guy. I might have to bury him a wee bit. He's looking like he's doing pretty good. So I'm going to bury the stem here. So hopefully it sends out some potato runners. And there's some there as well. Alright, that's the next step. We'll do an update later on when they look bigger and a little happier, because they're looking pretty sad right now. It's time to check in on the potatoes that I planted from seed here. Quite honestly, I've kind of just forgot about them. I haven't had time to deal with them. I've got other things on the go, like Carrots are coming up. My salad nova needs to be picked. I picked some of that bed yesterday, but I need to finish picking it. There's so much of it. I've never had actually turning yellow before like this, so it's probably needs some nutrients as well. Like I said, I haven't had time for that. For the potatoes here, so I planted beans between the rows, and apparently they're pole beans. The package was labeled wrong. Anyways, here's the potatoes. They come along quite nicely. I should probably bury them a bit, hill them up. There should be some more somewhere over here, I think. But they're all buried. I think that's some right there as well. But like I said, I haven't had time, so whatever. So what can you do? I'm not expecting a whole lot off those, quite honestly. Like I said, because I haven't had time. I should get some compost and finish it off. So we'll keep going until we get potatoes and show you how she looks then. So I could have dug them out probably, but I've left them so far. I dug some out the other day and they're pretty tiny. But the plant here is really healthy still. I'm not sure if I should wait or keep going. It's the second week of October and they're still looking good and green, but I just want to get them out. We haven't had a frost yet. So what I did a few weeks ago actually was I hilled them up because the plant was just sitting there. So let's go ahead and unveil underneath how well they did. Oh yeah, I guess I probably could leave them. You know what? I might, because they're still growing. Let's leave them for a bit and see what happens. Because honestly, I'd like to get a few more potatoes of it than what's under there. All right, it's pretty much the end of October now, and we've not really had a frost yet still. It was supposed to be pretty cold last night. I wasn't sure if it was going to frost or not. It looks like it probably got a little bit of frost. The bean leaves here are kind of sad looking, but not a hard frost. Anyways, this is going to be the final video in the how to grow potatoes from seed. It's been a long time coming. I haven't done much updates over the summer. I just haven't had time, but I'm going to dig these guys out because I buried them up a bit, healed them up, and honestly, the first 2 months they looked pretty scraggly and I didn't think they're going to make it, but they did, and that's what they came out to be. I'm sure if I healed them up more, they would have been better, but I did not get much time for that. So what I'll do, we'll dig them out quickly here and see how they fared up. Oh, I should mention too, I dug some up over here a few weeks ago, and they're super tiny ones, probably 4 or 5, really wasn't worth it. So we'll see how these ones did here. Okay, so let's dig them up and see. So there's a few small ones here that I knew were going to grow, because when I buried them, they were starting to form little, you can still see if I left them, they keep growing probably because it's been so warm. We haven't had a frost in October yet, it's crazy. So we'll keep digging these up and see how good they did. Yeah, they're all pretty small. Oh, I see one here. Another small one. Oh, there we go. That's looking a little better. And if you look at the plant here, you can see if they were left a lot longer, I'm sure they would keep growing, because look at the little baby ones forming right there. I'll keep digging here. Let's see what we get. Let's see if it was worth the time. And like I said, I've neglected these all summer, so I wasn't expecting a huge crop, to say the least. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else in here really. Oh, was that another one there? Yeah, another one here. And the bean plants were sitting on top of the potato plant for most of the summer as well. Okay, well, I think that seems to be about all. So, not really worth my effort and time for this, but that being said, let's grab the last few guys and show you the small handful. That's not even a meal's worth, but that being said, I neglected them, didn't hill them up, didn't water them very much, so they probably would have produced a lot more if I took better care of them. So there you have it. Just wanted to show you guys how they turned out, how they did. I'm sure if anyone else has done this, let me know how your success was, because I like to know. And there you go, end of the series on how to grow potatoes from seed. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you out there. Happy gardening!